New with the excavation. Iron looks like cheese in this freaking pack. Oh. Right, realms, the best way to play together. That's a lie. Dedicated server is the best. How do I get dirt? Or mud? Yes, I need water and a glass jar. Well, something to do for another day.
was massive and monstrous, vaguely humanoid in shape, though with its cape down for a moment and visible. The face, you've seen that face somewhere before. Not years, but somewhere in Tearhaven you've seen that face. It's hard to place, though, for the brief moment, but it's someone from town. It might be someone from town.
Rudicell, are you okay?
It's Rudy, but I told you this time and time again. There's someone down there, and I know them. I can't place them.
What do you mean you know them?
They're from town, but I didn't get a good enough look to really place it. But something's wrong with them.
The invisible creature in the woods is from town.
I think something's happened to someone in town, and we gotta help them.
This just gets stranger and stranger.
What happened to your companion?
A javelin, unfortunately. But Houdini will be fine. I can bring him back. It's the beauty of magic.
You can bring him back?
Yeah. He's familiar.
Necromancy.
Different kind of magic, but
I've studied this.
but I don't have time to do that now. We're gonna have to do this battle without him. But we gotta go in and
We're not
see
going
what's
to battle them if they're from town.
Well, they're gonna shoot Houdini in the face. You're red as rain. I'm gonna shoot him down.
I still think that so far what we know is that this creature wants to be left alone, and that it speaks common, and that you recognize it from town. It might want to be left alone because of what's occurred to it. If it was a person from town and it is transformed in some way, perhaps it's embarrassed.
There are some other things I saw down there.
Rudy, what else?
A human skull on an altar, and some of that color, but denser, like a rock. That delirium that you said.
That sounds like
You
your
saw
sort of voodoo.
a rock. How big?
About the size of my fist.
This is quite disturbing. It's one thing to see speckles or fragments.
Hello.
An actual
Hello, Wings.
with these sort of occult altars and faces in the wall. This is very disturbing.
This could be what Gunther was talking about. That stone that got dug up at his farm.
The academy must be notified as soon as we head back to my tower.
I think we might need some support from them for sure.
There was that other passage that we didn't take. Perhaps it leads down under this room. Either that or we're
Just excavating or making room for a build and want to play or make in the future.
I'm not scared to do climbing. I
Flattening out the area.
the less dangerous approach to save ourselves for battle. By all means, dive in the hole. I'm gonna walk around.
with your dark vision.
You're right.
My friends,
Grab a torch.
my powers are quite drained. Bruce wants to have a quick nap.
Here.
Yes, we can hide. I can hide us. It would be for the best before we continue either into the cave further or down the hole.
And maybe we'll take it back to a safer part of the cave that we can watch our backs.
That might not be necessary. I'm gonna take some time and start drawing rituals on the ground, pulling out of my book, and start to cast Layman's Tiny Hut.
Where do you want to create it?
I want to create it.
I'm just playing a short while, like 20 minutes. I'm gonna leave, so
Let's head.
I'm going to a funeral today, so that's why I'm home from work.
The broken door.
I can prop it back up on the rock. It's not gonna do much.
And start drawing circles on the ground with like bits and pieces of like.
And tomorrow I'm staying home from work because I've taken 3 days off since we're fixing up the kitchen.
Okay, you create the tiny hut, and a dome of shimmering force springs into being.
We just need a short rest.
We should take turns keeping watch. We don't want this person, I don't know, to leave.
As you step inside the shimmering dome, you can see out of it from within.
Even I can see out of it?
Well, there's no
Did you grab it?
there's no light. Although, yeah, you could bring a light source inside, and it wouldn't illuminate. It gets stopped by the walls of the whole thing.
I light a small little bonfire in the middle of the tiny
Okay.
hut so that I can see the room finally.
Sure. Before you start rolling your hit dice, each of you can roll me a d6.
This is the dream.
Oh. 1.
2.
2. Okay.
This looks.
As you put down as the dome springs into being a few minutes later, not about 10 minutes later, the porcupine, alligator, bat-like things come slithering into the chamber, and they begin squawking and screeching at the dome. And they start to fire their bolts at it, and when the bolts of their spines deflect off of the surface, they screech and squawk back to each other. And one of them keeps firing its spines until it is almost naked and looks at the thing, the dome, and they scratch at it. And you get a really good look at how disgusting these creatures are with their alligator-like scales, the long spines off their back and their bat-like wings, and their tiny little heads with these massive blinking eyes that glow with a purplish light. They look in, they screech at it, they knock at it, and after about 20 minutes of this, they hiss and leave.
During that time, can I walk up? Like, can I walk right to the edge? And I ask you as I'm doing this, I walk right to the edge, and I'm like, can they see us?
No. And I'm just calmly, like, I don't even look up. I'm just calmly, like, reading my book.
I open up my book and I start writing and like drawing a little picture of them as I like follow it around for the 20 minutes, examining it. Does it look natural to me? Like, does it look of like a creature of flesh and bone, or does it look like supernatural?
It's made of flesh and bone, but it's nothing that nature conceived.
Interesting.
During this time, about 4 of these creatures survey the dome. At the end of the hour, each of you roll me a d6.
2.
6.
1.
Okay. 6 and a 1. Interesting. At the end of the hour, the creatures are nowhere to be seen in the room.
I've taken extensive notes on these creatures. Rule number 55, write it down. I'm bad at that, but it's in here.
I would concur.
I don't know what to call them, so I called them alpines.
They were able to
Accurate
get as they exit. They don't exit out the chamber exit. In the northwestern corner of the chamber, they flutter behind several of the stalactites on the ground that reach up, clamoring and scratching their way past them to some unknown chimney or exit.
Better watch out as we get out of here. They're coming back any minute.
Are we taking our short
Yep,
rest?
your short rest is complete.
Ooh.
much better. Quick little bandage on the shoulder, and we're good to go.
Okay. What will you do next?
Oh, thank you, Ohio dude.
Fades as you dismiss it.
Also, if you want to join the server, it's open for other people as well, if you want.
Go again and try to.
This is Bedrock Edition, though, or Minecraft, not Java.
A former friend, a former townsfolk. I do believe that it is showing us hostility because it is afraid of its own form. That is my theory.
We can go and talk to it, but if they're too far gone, just like Gunther was, I ain't letting them.
Oh, calling. I have to answer that.
I'm taking an axe
Good
to it.
indication.
Good indication.
If something comes out of its chest or looks like it's pushing out, I ain't taking no
Also
chances.
a good indication. I am for that, but I just think right now what we need.
Oh, well, that's no problem. Well, you can join with your, if you have Minecraft on your phone, you can join with your phone, since this is Bedrock after all with crossplay, so.
More than anything is answers. The events that have taken place today are far more horrific than
It's not that easy to play with the phone, though,
ever.
unless you hook up an Xbox controller or something wirelessly using Bluetooth.
Nothing to the extent of monsters and hell portals opening up and
There seems to be some kind of, I can only surmise, a cult or a following. Maybe bandits used this lair to stash away, and they were quickly
I suppose it's possible
dispatched.
that bandits could have used it.
I'm just preparing this area to make something, a castle or buildings with my daughter. She started making that house.
I have so many questions and no answers, but
She has a much better creativity than me.
Maybe we start with investigating
the other passage. See if it leads back down under the room we were in.
or at least gives us more clues as to what could be lurking down there. Do we have any other way to ascend the hole?
That guy is FK, probably standing next to the XP farm.
The passage sounds like berries to me.
Let's do it.
Yes.
take a look and
Um,
see. But at least
Berries
we
is
know
good.
there's no
Yes.
alternative. At least we know the way down.
The passage to the south. You go to the south, then the south again, and it curves and snakes around before ending in a ladder that leads up to the surface where a trapdoor and a blanket have been hidden on the top of the hill. it's the passageway curves back upwards, and then the ladder. It's only a short distance, about 12 feet to the surface from there.
This didn't lead down at all. I was incorrect in my theory. But the beast, it
was a
went down
working
that
theory.
hole so quickly. We
It's a beast.
can it climb walls? Maybe.
I'm sure its claws can help it down and up.
Ugh.
Yeah, me too. I'm not the greatest, but I just enjoy mining and just doing the basic stuff. And then my kid can,
We're climbing down.
or kids can make stuff.
How far was that hole?
How far was the hole?
There are also some other people on the server that make awesome builds, so
Rudy, you said you might recognize this townsfolk.
Mhm.
Other than the Gunther,
also having enchanted diamond tools really helps with the speed.
Make a history check.
The sword,
Help her with that?
the pickaxe,
I also made
axe, and
You can help her
the
with-
shovel.
Yeah, the two of you can discuss it. Yeah.
11.
can I
Guidance.
yeah.
Sure.
I'm proficient in history.
So as I'm asking
One of you
this,
can make the check, and she's already rolled
Yeah.
the dice.
and
so-
I'm gonna touch you, and I go, just try to remember.
13.
13.
He's AFK, I guess. You can just join my Discord. I have my IP, everything there. You can share it if you want.
One that you can think of in the past couple of years, racking your brain, must have been maybe 7, 8 years ago.
Hmm.
It was around the time, not long after Grummelskin died. Around the time Grummelskin, the
Planning to make dirt blocks out of this dirt. Or mud blocks, I mean.
Grummelskin had a sister that lived in town. She'd passed away a few years before, and she had this young boy that used to help Grummelskin out. And, well, his name was Horace, and after Grummelskin died, no one ever saw Horace. There was a few weeks later, no one ever saw him again. Around that time as well, maybe thinking about it too. The Tillmans, one of their daughters, she went off as well. People used to say maybe that the two of them had gotten together and ran off someplace and decided to get out of town.
The creature that you saw, was it masculine or feminine?
It was a man.
Oh.
It was a man. Yeah.
I say we go back.
Oh yeah. So you should go to bed then. See you another time. I'm hosting this server from my own hardware, and I also have a UPS backup, so if the power goes out, the server doesn't shut down. Because
I mean,
it's unstable here at the moment. I'm not sure why, but
Kind of like reminiscing about this. I have an idea. I say that we still talk to it, but now we have information. If this is who we say it is. If not, then we're in the same situation.
yeah. I wonder what he did, but there was a human skull down there too. Who knows? That could have been the Tillman's daughter.
So Horace or Lumpy?
Don't call him Lumpy.
Okay.
Just in case. You never know how a story is gonna be about being called Lumpy.
He used to work for the former Amethyst Academy mage that was
This is his
operating.
nephew.
All right.
Is there any notes that I would have found in the tower after his passing?
Grummelskin did leave behind a bunch of books and notes and things like that. But by the time you arrived, it had been some time since Grummelskin. There were a few years, a gap of a few years. So perhaps
Like it could be in there. I just
it could have been in there. So someone could have collected it as well. So nothing. There's some records that Grummelskin did leave behind, of his time in the town, but most of his personal research was.
Okay, just have to go
I'd like to try to talk to the creature.
back to the house, I guess. And then I have to stop the stream because I have to leave now in 5 minutes. I'm gonna be playing more later tonight, so see you then, maybe?
Help me look in the cavern before the hole. There must be some kind of clue.
Before the hole, the one that's
Yeah. Good night.